Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the educational webinar for the Domestic Materials Self-Certification Form. This specific webinar is for the Northeast states and FHWA staff. So if you are accidentally in the wrong webinar, please go ahead and excuse yourself. This webinar is being recorded, and a recording of the webinar will be sent out via email to those in attendance and then those that registered that aren't able to make it today. It'll also be available on the AASHTO Product Evaluation Audit Solutions YouTube channel, so you can view the webinar at a later time. The questions that come up as we are going through the presentations today, please hold until the end. We will have the opportunity for questions to be asked at the end of this webinar. If for some reason we get cut short on time, any questions that are submitted for this webinar, an answer will be provided either from a state DOT member or FHWA or AASHTO staff back to you. So we want to make sure that all questions do get answered. And with that being said, I'd like to walk you through what we're going to present to you today. And first and foremost, we're going to just give a quick brief overview of what AASHTO Product Evaluation Audit Solutions is. I realize many of you joining the call today may not be familiar with that technical service program. We are then going to dive into FHWA is going to provide an overview of the domestic materials requirements. I will be providing a background and introduction to the form, how Maine Department of Transportation plans to utilize the form. We will also have a data mine walkthrough of accessing the completed forms, and then we will open it up for questions and answers. Those of you who are not familiar with AASHTO Product Evaluation Audit Solutions, in very simple terms, this technical service program evaluates products and conducts manufacturing audits, resulting in data that state DOTs utilize to populate their qualified producers lists and approved products list. This technical service program is all-inclusive. So those of you that are on the line that work for a Department of Transportation, any member of your agency can participate on our technical committees. It's not material specific or construction specific. So we allow that opportunity to be available for all members of the state DOTs as well as FHWA staff. Also, this is the only technical service program within AASHTO, which resides in the engineering division, that offers a true partnership between the state DOTs and industry members, manufacturers, and suppliers. So both parties contribute to the success of the program. And the link to our website is on the screen for you as you're checking out that information on the technical service program. Feel free to reach out if you've got any questions. And that consisted of 15 different departments of transportation as well as FHWA staff. This is just in case you have not checked out the self-certification form yet. This is a breakdown of what the sections of the form include. Part one is very straightforward, requesting the contact information for the company, producer, manufacturer, as well as representative for that company and their contact information, as well as the date the form is being submitted. Part two gets into the details of specifics to that specific material or product, listing out, of course, again, the manufacturing location, contact information, their city, state, zip code. If there is a data mine number, recognizing that in this for this self-certification form, manufacturers do not have to be current participants of AASHTO Product Evaluation Audit Solutions. Any products can be submitted using this form. So again, that can be left blank in many instances, as well as the project information below. We do spell out each of the different types of categories as it relates to this section underneath. And then the last section is the declaration of the submittal, certifying that the information included in this form exactly, matches the criteria and the requirements. And it is also stated in here that state departments of transportation may have different language requirements for this section. We realize that the legal requirements may differentiate, and really it is the responsibility of the state DOT to work directly with the manufacturer to obtain additional information. I'm now going to turn things over to Dawn Bickford, who is the Innovation Coordinator for Maine DOT Research and Innovation, to speak to how Maine DOT plans to utilize this form. Dawn?
Thank you. So basically, the domestic material requirements have three goals, and it's basically the goal to invest in U.S. supply chains, manufacturing, and jobs. There are three basic categories, plus what we are calling an exempt category or a waiver category. And just as David spoke, there's different boxes, I guess you want to call them, that we're going to be classifying everything into. Maine is just at the very beginning of this. There also exists some nuances to the Buy America requirements for de minimis costs, et cetera. And so those we'll be taking into consideration too. Like I said, Maine DOT is just starting down the path of categorizing products. We are starting with our qualified products categories, and then we'll branch out from there. We have Florida and Tennessee's categorizations right now as a guide to help us get started. Our goal is to have something on each QPL stating that the manufacturer has submitted the domestic self-certification form. This is for when they are submitting products for evaluation. Our qualified product evaluation process will need to be updated as we go along the way with this. The requirement to submit documentation will start with any new product evaluation requests with notification of this requirement posted on our website. Then we will give manufacturers with products currently on our QPL 6 months to a year to be compliant with our new requirements. So the goal is to have all manufacturers submit their domestic materials self-certification form eventually to us as part of their new product evaluation request package. And then it will likely be a check box on the request form that they fill out prior to submitting that they have done so. And then on our QPL, we'll denote that as shown in the previous slide. This saves time and money by only having to submit for manufacturers, only having to submit in one place, which is AASHTO's industry document repository. And then all 50 states would have access. And this will help us decide whether or not a product is suitable for a particular job based on the funding sources of the project. Our final goal would be to have something similar to this for each product. This is the starting point for contractors and consultants and designers when they're looking at projects. There are also requirements that Maine has set forth in their standard specifications. And this is not to replace that. This is to be a part of that process from start to finish when you are looking at what you need for a project. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. We're now going to turn things over to Vince Glick, who is Program Manager for AASHTO Product Evaluation and Audit Solutions, to provide us with a walkthrough for how state DOTs and FHWA are going to go about accessing the completed forms in DataMine.
Thank you, Catherine. Okay, first, I'll be covering how to access the form on our website. There are two locations. The primary one you'll want to use is here at transportation.org slash product evaluation and audit solutions. See the link up at the top. And Right on the landing page, we have available the domestic materials self-certification form. You can click here to access that documentation along with some tutorials. We also have tutorials available under the industry document repository section over here on the left-hand side. We'll head over here, click here, domestic materials self-certification form. You'll be able to download the form right here. If you scroll down, there's some tutorials available along with the fee schedule for industry. We'll be covering the IDR State User Guide, document repository, navigation. First, for those of you online who are not registered in Datamine, we're going to just go over quickly how to register in Datamine. Registration can be found at the top where it says login/register when you go to datamine.transportation.org.
Vince, just quickly noting that we're seeing the website right now instead of Datamine.
Oh, all right.
No problem.
All right. So let's go ahead and cover Datamine registration. If you head to datamine.transportation.org, you'll see login/register at the top. And that'll take you to this page where you can click register now. You'll enter your email address, click next. Then you'll fill out all the required fields. You'll select state under account type. You'll select State Department of Transportation under industry sector. You'll fill out the rest of the information, and under technical committee, you're no longer required to select a specific module. As if you are just looking for access to the IDR only, you're provided with that opportunity without the need to select any other technical committee module. So selection down in the technical committee section is no longer required, but you're welcome to if you'd like additional data access to additional modules. Now we'll cover the industry document repository navigation for Build America, Buy America Act documentation. All right, and so now that you're signed in under datamine.transportation.org/account/login, you'll navigate to the industry document repository, which is located up in the top bar on the left-hand side, right next to upcubed, your UP3. You'll see the IDR. It's also located under the resources section. And if you'd like a direct link, it's datamine.transportation.org/IDR/documents/IDR documents. Navigating to the IDR, you'll see a large dashboard available with multiple options for navigation and filtering documents. If you'd like to get directly to documentation associated with Build America, Buy America Act, those domestic materials forms that are intended to be uploaded under this categorization, you can navigate to the column, categories and tags, and type in build, and it'll automatically filter down to Build America, Buy America Act tag documents. If you'd like to download those individually, you'll see it on the right-hand side under Actions, a single download option. If you'd like to download multiple, you'll see on the left-hand side individual selections that you can select individual lines, and then you can download selected. If you'd like to download all within the current view, you can click the download all on the right-hand side, and it'll download all of the documents available within the current view. Next, we'll cover the advanced filters. Prior to navigating to advanced filters, you actually have the option to select product classifications, including both data mine and domestic materials forms classifications. So all of those classifications found within data mine modules, as well as the classifications found in the domestic materials forms, are available under the products classification column. And then under advanced filters, you'll see several parameters available specific to both data mine and, again, product classifications.